What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Jump Ball Central. Today we're looking at NBA players who should not be in the league. At number 6, Mahinmi. The Spurs have had a long history of drafting well under general manager R.C. Buford, but Mahinmi certainly isn't the one that they'll remember fondly after selecting him with the 28th overall pick in 2005. The Frenchman has managed to bounce around the league, with the Wizards making him the 4th NBA team in 11 seasons, but his minutes have shrunk ever since he has a breakout deal with the Pacers in 2015 to 2016. Now with Washington, after agreeing to a $64 million deal in 2016, Mahinmi battled injuries before playing in 77 games last season, but even when he's healthy like he has been, the 32-year-old center hasn't exactly made an impact since arriving in the nation's capital. At number 5, Luol Deng. For much of his 10-year stint in Chicago, Deng was known not only as a go-to scorer, but also as one of the league's best lockdown defenders. And while the two-time All-Star continued to be productive on both ends of the floor during subsequent stops in Cleveland and Miami, it wasn't until he landed a 4-year, $72 million contract with the Lakers in 2016 that things started to go downhill. That season, Doug was benched to give LA's young core, specifically rookie Brandon Ingram, more playing time, and things only got worse in 2017 to 2018, with the former Duke standout playing in just one game before he was bought out in September. 9 days later, he signed with the Minnesota Timberwolves, but so far, his time with the underachieving Wolves hasn't been all that successful, at 6.6 points and 2.9 rebounds per game. At number 4, Bismack Biyombo. Taken 7th overall in the 2011 NBA draft, Biyombo is one of those players who has seemingly been living off his draft stock for the last 8 seasons. The undersized Congolese center has never averaged more than 6 points and 8 rebounds, yet he somehow managed to procure a 4-year, $72 million deal with the Magic in 2016. Don't ask us how, because his numbers have only declined since. Returning to the team he got to start with thanks to a 3-way trade last summer. Biyombo has been putting up some downright pedestrian numbers for the Hornets this season. Nonetheless, you got to be impressed by a guy who only plays 15.3 minutes a game and makes $17 million a year. That's practically highway robbery, even by NBA standards. At number 3, Joakim Noah. It's hard to believe that it was only 5 years ago when Noah was named the league's Defensive Player of the Year after serving as a key component of Tom Thibodeau's teams in Chicago. At his best, the two-time NCAA champion was recording 12.6 points, 11.3 rebounds, and 5.4 assists per game. Pretty good for a guy who has always been more known for his defense than his offense. Just look at how he shoots. But it wasn't until he signed a 4-year, $72 million deal in 2016 with his hometown Knicks, with many fans chalk up to be the curse of Phil Jackson, that his NBA career took a turn for the worse. After spending time in the G League and getting him into a heated exchange with then Knicks coach Jeff Hornacek, he appeared in only 7 games last season before being released by New York prior to 2018 and 2019, with the franchise forced to eat the remaining $37.8 million deal left on his contract. Now, relegated to the bench on a lowly Memphis squad, the 33-year-old has been contributing meagerly for the veterans' minimum since December. At number 2, Ryan Anderson. Anderson just joined his 6th NBA team in 11 seasons, but no one could have expected him to fall this fast, and to think that the sharpshooter was named the league's most improved player in 2012. Point blank, Anderson's game this year has been anything but sharp. He's scoring a pitiful 3.7 points per game in 18.5 minutes, and his 3-point shooting is down to a dreadful 20%. Considering he used to shoot nearly double that form beyond the arc, something has seriously gone wrong with his stroke. Plus, no other team wants to take on that awful $80 million contract the Rockets handed him in 2016. That's why after acquiring Anderson prior to the 2018 to 2019 season, the Suns shipped him to Miami last week right before the trade deadline. Because, with $41.6 million still owed to him through the next season, this is one has-been no team once on his roster. And at number 1, Chandler Parsons. Boy oh boy did this guy win the lottery. Earning $24.1 million this season, Parsons is by far the worst player in the league when you consider his overall value and how much cap space he's eating up for the Grizzlies. Since his days in Houston and Dallas, his scoring output has been cut in more than half, with the former second-round draft pick down to 5.7 points per game and barely even 1 rebound. Don't even ask about assists at 0.7. Next year, he's owed more than $25 million before it comes off of the books. Until 2020-21 season, you can bet on Memphis sucking with this financial albatross on the roster. Alright guys, well thank you for watching this video of Jump Ball Central. If you enjoyed, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below which one is the worst player. Stay safe, have a great day.